How did you become an Amtrak fan?
Yeah, so I might be giving my age away a little bit here, but it all started really around 9/11, where terrible catastrophe, obviously, one of the worst events that ever happened in my life. And I just really didn't feel safe flying. And I just needed something, an alternative option to see my family. I had family down in North Carolina, I had family in Orlando, Florida, and I just wanted to see them, but I just didn't feel safe flying there. After researching it, I saw that Amtrak was a viable option, comparable price-wise, but it just took a lot longer.
And you've been using a lot of points from the Amtrak credit card to save money on travel.
That's correct, yeah. During COVID, once I found out about the credit card and all the perks, I jumped right on it because I knew that I enjoy trains, I enjoy traveling on them. If I'm not in a rush, I would always try to figure out if there's a way, a route on a train for me to get to where I wanna go. But again, you have to not be in a rush. If you're in a rush or you've got a tight deadline, then, you gotta fly, gotta do the airline thing. But I will say this, and this is something that you and I had spoke briefly about, but the federal law, as it states with Amtrak, they share a lot of their rails and a lot of their routes are run by freight train companies. And the law states that Amtrak is supposed to have right of way on those lines. However, many times that doesn't happen. And so what happens instead is the freight companies or the freight dispatchers give their trains the right of way and make the Amtrak trains wait. So I think Amtrak could have a better service and a more efficient and faster service if they didn't have these delays, which are technically illegal. So really think the federal government should start cracking down. And I believe there has been some inquiries being done about that. So hopefully they could take that further.
All right. Hopefully that idea gains steam.
Yeah.
And you mostly travel out of Penn Station, right?
That's right, and as a matter of fact, they've done a really great thing with the Moynihan Hall side of Penn Station that they've opened up a couple years ago. They have tons of retail shops in there, as well as they put up a Amtrak Metropolitan Lounge, of which there aren't very many, but the one in Moynihan Hall in New York City is the nicest one there is, and you can get in for free if you are an Amtrak Guest Rewards loyalty member with a Select Plus or a Select Executive status. You also could be traveling on the Ace First Class category. That would get you in for free. You could also be a private sleeper room customer on a long route train. And if you don't have any of those, then technically you can use your Amtrak Guest Reward points to use your points to get a single day lounge pass. So that's another way that you can get into that lounge.